Hello, everyone. Welcome to this English YouTube channel, English with Alex. And today we're going to have an amazing English conversation with our friends, Fernando and Benito. They both are from the state of São Paulo, and we will know some things about them in a few seconds further. But right now, I'd like to ask you if you are not subscribed at our English YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe it here, give it a thumbs up, help us to build the English YouTube channel and to make it grow.
I'm lonely this winter. I'm fulfilling the wish of your loving being. I don't know that will hold for me to be.
And without further ado, today I brought an English topic for us. I believe it's very interesting for the majority of people. If not 100% of people, but at least 90% will be interesting on this topic. I'm so interested, and I hope that you both it will be interesting as well. But the topic, which topic is it will be? Let's see together here. Just a second. We'll share my screen with you guys in a few minutes. Sorry, a few seconds. Let's see. Here it is. So now I hope you are seeing our screen. So this is English with Alex, and this topic today it's gonna be financial management. So how is your financial management skills? So are you a good person with money when it comes to save money, when it comes to spend money? Are you a good person? Are you fit with a good management related to financial steps? So let's see. Fernando, how is your management money? How is your money today? You are good with management of it, or you are facing some struggle sometimes? You thought that you could be better. Your skills related to financial stuff should be better. What do you think about yourself when it comes to say money?
I think I'm not so good today, but I'm really better than the past few years ago. At the beginning of my career, I used to spend a lot of money and I had no worries about the future. But for the last, I would say 5 or 6 years ago, I put in my mind that I have to be more serious about money and do a lot of concerns about it and investing the money in the right way. So I can be um, more confident in the future in my when I stop work, right? So uh, I usually do a monthly list for the things I have to pay, and I always try to separate a part of the money to be investing on companies that making money investing, or try to invest in buildings, actions, and something like that.
Oh, very cool, man. And I believe that is a wise decision that you took. I'm trying, but I never was. I should say that I'm not so good with these trends. Should I say investing money on maybe maybe I don't know how can I call, but in Portuguese we call it bolsa de valores, but in English I don't know investment and the place to investment money. I'm looking for, but until right now I'm not sure about it because when I have no sure about what I'm gonna do, I usually intend to put some time in front of it, and that's very good. And how about you, Benito? How is your skills? How is our skills related to save money or to spend money? Are you good at it?
I could I could be better. I think, like Fernando said, when are young, when we start our career, I think that we spend money like no, there is no tomorrow, and I live it just for today and things like that. But I think that since I married, I started to think a little bit more about future because now I have a family to take care. Then I started to improve my skills. I watch some videos on YouTube. I try to read some books, but in fact, I'm not that good yet. But like English, I'm doing my best to improve, and I already have some savings. And like Fernando, I'm doing the little by little in my case, of course, but I try to improve. I'm not that good, but I'm the journey to improve, and my main goal is to to enjoy my retirement. When I stop to work, I I I really would like to have a good retirement time to, I don't know, maybe just travel with my wife and enjoy the life.
Oh, that is a beautiful dream for the future, for your retirement. And I believe I'm the same boat on that. Well, when you said that you could be better, I believe that all of us are the same boat. All of us has the same problem. Sometimes the months and the end of the month, where I don't know how about you guys, but I'm salaried, which means I work a whole month to get my salary on the end of the month. So when it comes to receive the money, to earn the money at the end of the month, when it comes to put some money apart to pay the bills, to fit with my budget, they call it more like a budget because you have the money and you have the spenders to do it. And when it comes to do that, I should say that I have a lot of things to learn it, and that is our life. That is about our whole life. So everyone will learn until their life's end. So we always have things to learn and new things to learn. How could we did better in the last months, the last year? Right now we are in February 2024. Maybe we have a whole year in front of us to do better things, to do better decision, and to do great advances or great development or evaluation for last months or things like that. So let's do better than we did last year. We have this opportunity right now. Today, the future starts today, so we have a lot of time to improve on it. And of course, I'd like to share with you, for everyone who are watching us, it is our English YouTube channel. Yes, you can English with Alex. So don't forget to subscribe, click on the like button, and let's jump on today's topic. Today's topic is going to be personal finance. So how do you manage your personal finance and budget effectively? So as I already asked you guys, we all face this topic every day, every month, every hour, maybe. So how do you fit with this management budget, Fernando? So how do you manage your personal finances and budget effectively?
So as I said before, I try to monthly make a list of the things I have to pay that are our bills, fixed bills, like light bills, credit card bills that are values that comes every month, every single month. So every month I have this list on my cell phone that I'm going keeping okay when I pay. So this way I know that I won't forget any kind of bills. So that's basically what I do every month. And I always try to save the money I can, the maximum I can, to invest the things I buy to after sale, like build apartments or houses, and some part of the money goes to the investing, as I said, and that's how I manage it. I know that I have to improve it, and I have to be better in this way. But nowadays, that's why I usually do.
Nice, nice. It's that way, as we already talked before, but the question asked is again, is exactly what we can do right now. We can just maybe it's a better tip that we can give for our followers here, that we can give for our children's in the future, is to make a to-do list. To make it to the list and put everything that you must to do it, that you have compromised with to do it, and start to do by priorities. So, and how about you, Benito? Would you like to give us some example that you are doing and have been worked?
Almost the same as Fernando said. Maybe I just would like to add that as a married man, I do the same thing with my wife. It's I in the first years in my marriage, we had like different bills, and for me, isn't a good thing. It's much better if you try to do just one account, and everybody needs to pay a specific thing, but it's like it's our salary, not mine and her salary. It's our salary and our spends during the month. It's a good way to see bills and to achieve something as a couple. It's a good thing to. You need to be very transparent. I don't know if the right word for this, but and confident with your partner to do this. But I have a list monthly bills that I need to pay, and exactly the same. But in my case, I do with for me and my wife together, exactly together. Everything we have, we share, and we decide everything together. It's a good tip in my case.
That's very good. Interesting. I never tried before, but right now my wife just studying, so she is at university. She has made a course. She took a course which is called software engineer, and now I just decided that I will be working and she will be studying. At least she finished her university, her course, and after then maybe we'll try something like that. She is already spoken with me. She was spoken to me yesterday about it, and maybe it's a good one. It's a good idea. I will try with my wife. My wife and I was thinking about some days ago as well. So that is a good one.
Yeah,
And
because for
go ahead.
example, let me just add this. My wife, as usually, woman likes to spend money. And in my case, I don't have to spend money at all. I don't like to buy anything unnecessary. And when you do this together, it's easily, for example, in my case, I need to say things in her point of view. It's important to her buy some things. And when we share our financial situation, our money, it's like I tend to be okay when she spend a specific thing, and she tend to be okay when I said to her, okay, this is unnecessary right now. Let buy this in another moment, in another situations. Like your we can share our goal, and we learn each other. It's like this.
Great, great. That is awesome. And let me jump for the next question here, guys. Honestly, let me try answer on my way. I don't know if I already did, but I believe that my answer should be almost the same, like Fernando said. Maybe some years ago, 10 years ago, I had a different point of view related to my life. I was honestly, I married for 12 years already. So my wife and I have been faced so many challenges of our life. And today, I should say that I'm really satisfied with my current situation, but it was not always like that. So I always had some difficulties. We have facing some difficulties. Even sometimes, I should say that maybe 10 years ago, I have faced problems even to buy the bread, to buy milk, to buy things that it to be basic. It was basic at the time. But that helped me to bring this point of view that maybe I have today, when we do not need to spend money, when we need to spend money, or how it's a bit better to save it or to spend. And we have been managing to get everything that we have, that everything that we wanted, and I'm currently satisfied. But of course, as I don't know if I already told, but for Fernando yesterday, before yesterday, we have an English conversation and we talked. We spoke about some topics related, and currently I'm studying. I'm electrical engineer. I'm currently studying like that, and I'm already safety technician, which is called safety officer in the United States. That is my career right now. I have been working on that for more than 11 years right now. And that is the key, guys. I don't know if you agree with me. You both can agree with me that if we study, if you work hard, and if we thinking a lot about things, everything could be fit. Everything will fit. in your everyday situation. So study, work hard, and be commitment, and everything's gonna be fine. Okay, that is the key. I don't know if you agree. What do you have about that? So how can you have a good life right now, and meanwhile prepare your retiredness, as Benito said some minutes ago. So he would like to have a good retirement, a good life when he and his wife retired some years ago, some 10 years, 15 years, 12 years ago, I don't know. And how can you save money right now? How can you prepare yourself to have a good retirement? Fernando would like to say something. So are you looking for this time when you're gonna be retired? Are you already looking for that for
Yeah,
your life?
yeah. As Benilton said, I want to have a good retirement with a calm and relaxing life, just traveling and knowing other cultures, knowing other peoples, other places, and enjoying the life as it has to be, right? We just have this life in this earth, right? Of course, we depending of your religions, you have more lives or not. But at this time, yes, I want to be, I want to have a good retirement without problems, without concerns about money. So yeah, you have to be nowadays. You have to be very committed with your main goals. So I think when you put something on your head, you just go ahead and make all you can to achieve it, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
that's what I've been doing for some years. Put some objectives on your head and go ahead and make all you can to achieve it.
yes. And that is why I decided to call my English YouTube channel. First of all, when I just began it, when I just began it, it was called Just Yes You Can. Have you ever heard this phrase? Did you know where did I capture this phrase?
I think from Barack Obama.
Yes, you're right. Barack Obama said sometimes, yes, we can, but, and I like it when he was president of the United States. I really like it because he was a wise man. I can call him, I can call him a wise man because he was very committed with some things that promoted the peace, promote the development, and promote the friendship with other countries. So when Barack Obama was president of the United States had so many agreements with some other countries, so many other countries, and that's why this phrase was his, I should say, was his brand. You know, the people attribute or the people put phrases like that related to Barack Obama because everything that he said, that everything that he tried to do, he was very successful on it. So, and that's why I call my English to Kenny as you can, because some 5 years ago, I couldn't imagine it, that I would be here with you guys. My English should be at this level because everything that you are seeing and hear right now, and you are hearing, I studied by myself. So I'm 5 years right now studying English already, and 5 years it was by myself. Of course, I had some people to help me to practice my speaking skills, but I just study by myself, and I'm so happy with my English level right now. Of course, as Benito, as Fernando, we must improve it, and that is to be until we stop reading. You know, so
Yeah.
we will learn forever. We are everlasting or ever. I don't know how can I call, but we will learn forever. Maybe there's another word to explain. But and the next question is going to be for you, Benito. Let me change a little bit. Here we have a great picture, isn't it? Maybe all of us would like to live in this house. And I'd like to ask you guys, Benito, it's your turn. Let's start with you. What are your short-term and long-term financial goals? Do you have anyone?
Yes. I just arrived at or achieved it. I just achieved it one last month, and I'm still happy with this. I just finished my, oh my god, financiamento, my
Yes, installment. You pay your
Installments.
rental. I don't know. Let me remember here. Financial installments. You finish your
Installments.
installments. Installments should be the parcelas. Installments.
Yes. Then I finished my installments, and now I can say that I have a car. It's totally mine. I don't. It's totally mine. But my next goal is do the same. But right now about my apartment, and this is my short term about goals. And this is I prefer like to do few things, but put all effort that I can do on this. Then this is the my main goal right now. Okay. After
Very
this, of course, after this, I have a lot of others to achieve, but right now, this is my first one.
nice, nice, very good. Congratulations, man. Yeah, I know exactly what you passed through because I had this opportunity as well to pay my last installments related to my car. Of course, right now I already sold my car because I must to buy this house where I'm living right now. So I I made some investment. I should say that I didn't lost my car. I just invest my money in another dream. So everyone, or I believe that the majority of people would like to have their own house. And as I'm already told you guys, I'm married. We have two kids, and it's necessary. It's like a basic thing for us to have a house to live in. And my next goal, just answer that, should be finish I should say my bachelor's degree and maybe get a C2 level in English. So those are my bold English my bold target right now. I have two targets. One is to finish my bachelor's degree. The other one is to get a C2 level in English skills. And how about you, Fernando? Let us know here. What are your short terms and long terms financial goals?
Why? So long-term financial goal for me, it's like the imaging you're showing to us right now. I think everyone has the dream to get your own house. Nowadays, I live in a rent apartment. I rent an apartment. In the past, I used to have my own, but I have to sell it because I moved. So I'm living in a rental apartment. So, and I have a dream to get out of this apartment and go to a house, right? I've never lived in a house, so I have this dream. I think it would be a good experience. But it's now for me now. I know I have to wait and think more about it because it involves a lot of money and we have to have our feet on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And do things uh, thinking in the future and not get or spend money with things you cannot pay at for further this. So for long term financial, for me, it's a house in the future, and I think is it a house in maybe in a closed street or a closed community of houses.
Yeah, man. I know exactly what you passed through. But honestly, I never live it on apartment, but I always thought how it would be live in apartment because I do not. I'm not living in apartment right now just because we have two kids. So I don't think that to people who have kids is a good way. Maybe it's my opinion, of course. But when we have kids, when you have children, if they would like to play outside, maybe you go with them at the playground. But how can you leave them at the playground without being assistant, without be looking for them? So I will not. Maybe I'm not feel that I'm ready to go to the playground with them. I'm not with the same feeling. I just would like to stay at the sofa, at the couch, and something like that. And that's why my wife and I decided to try buy a house. But my house is not so big as well, so don't feel sad about that. My house is a short one. We have a two bedrooms house, and I'm looking now for maybe made an upgrade by my house. I'd like to have at least three bedrooms because My daughter is 12, turning to 13 years old right now. It's almost 13 years old. And my son, my younger son my younger son is 7 years old right now. So I'm looking for just make some changes. Maybe I would like to sell or to change my house, to sell my house, to buy another one or things like that. But I always wondered if it was good because in my opinion living apartment is very good because you have always you're gonna have a good structure because everything is from the how can I call it? The condominium. I don't know if it's it's the right word to explain, but you
For the
must to
community, maybe.
yes, the community. That's it. You must to pay some taxes for them, and they will uh, fix every problem that you have. So that's another thing that I'd like to good when you rent on where you live in apartment, something like that. Maybe it's just a thing that I had. I had opportunity. Sorry, I would like to have the opportunity to live in apartment just to see it, but right now it's not fitted with my family anymore because as I told you, my family is quite big. So if I live in apartment, should be a big one, and I have no money to afford it. So that's why I decided to buy a house, and I like it to live in a house. It's not a good one, but we have a garden, we have a backyard, so my children can play on this place, can stay outside. We can have a dog. I have a dog which is called the let me see here. Husky. Have you ever heard about Husky? I have a Husky, and he can play. It can play outside as well. So that's why I decided to buy a house. And but I know exactly what you would. I wonder to have. Maybe are you wonder to get married? Maybe I wanted to get a family, to build a family. So houses it to be better, isn't it? I don't know if that's why you think that change is to be better. But I like to live in apartment. If I had the opportunity to live in it, maybe I would try because I always had this with my mind. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been living in an apartment for almost 5 years, but there are one thing that you said that's make totally different because a really good apartment, not a big one, it's very expensive. And I live in a small one. It's not that good or that bad. It's a good thing. I feel safe here. I can just walk with my dogs uh, on the condom like this. It's a good feeling to feel safe. But sometimes we have the feeling that, oh my god, this is not exactly mine because you need to respect some rules that is not your rules, you know. Sometimes you need to agree with other people say, and not always is the good thing for you. Sometimes you would like to do things in another way, but you need to respect the community, and it's this. But
Yeah.
in general, I like an apartment, but I would like to move for a house too, just because I needed more space. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's something like that. But when you just join at the apartment, I believe that you were so happy because it's your first house. It's your something that you can call that is yours. But you know, I got your point here that sometimes we must to respect some procedures, some laws that the condominiums manager maybe create for the beneficial of all of the people who are living there. And that's okay. That's good. As I told you, if I had a chance, maybe some years ago to live in an apartment, I would try. Because at that time when I just know it, my wife, my at that time she was my girlfriend. So I had the opportunity. I didn't have the opportunity because I had no money to afford an apartment. But if I had money at the time, I certainly had to buy would had to buy an apartment because I thought it was cool. I like an apartment as well. I don't have an apartment. I don't have an apartment in my future plans just because my children. Just because of that, I believe that for them it not be good. I don't know. That's just my opinion for my children. But in my opinion, if it was just my wife and I, or my wife and just one kid, I believe that I would try because I like to safe place. I like it's beautiful. They always had the opportunity to painting, to change some things, to have a garden, and men who take care about the garden, who take care about the grass. And here in my house, I must do everything by myself. So sometimes I get tired about it. So there are a lot of beneficials to live in an apartment. And of course, there are a lot of controls, but that's just for a whole. So let's change a little bit. Now, I would like to say here again, we already talked it before, but what strategies do you use to save money and invest it wisely? So now it's a quite tough question, a quite trick question here, I should say. Trick because it's seems to be that when we call trick, do you know exactly what I mean? So trick is like a pegadinha. That's a trick question. Seems to be a trick question because um, there are a lot of ways that people say it would be good to invest your money. And when you open the YouTube, for instance, you open your YouTube and you click on a video to watch it, and will be appears an advertisement saying that, oh, you would like to be rich? Would you like to invest your money? So click in the red button below, and I will show you everything in our free classes, things like that. So man, I'm so sucked. I'm so tired to see this advertisement, man. I don't know if I can trust it in any one of this. And let's start by Fernando. Fernando, tell us a little bit about it. You told us that you are looking for some ways to invest your money. You are a guy that's looking for it, and I'd like to have some tips. Would like to help. How can I do it wisely?
I think to save money, you have to basically get the point of view that investment has to be a kind of a bill you have, right? You have to be, for example, if you are going to invest in 1,000 reais per month, you must see it as a bill. Now, you get a bill, you have to pay it, right? So when you get it and you practice like a habit, you achieve it more easily. Because you must pay. You have no exit or not other way to get out of it. So I try to think the investment like an obligation, like a bill that comes to me and I have to pay it. So at the end of the year, you will see it growing much and more and more and more because of the, I don't know how can I say, juros, né? Because of the os juros compostos. So you will see that it worth it, right? So I just basically I see the investment as a bill. It comes every single month behind the door, and you have to pay it.
Yeah, man, I could was. I made a mistake, a huge mistake, some months ago. I don't know. Yeah, let me try to explain here. I had some things changed. I had a good motorcycle at that time, but I had to. I must. Unfortunately, I had to sell my motorcycle some months ago, and I just had a money to buy or to afford a smaller one, and I worked so far from my house, but at that time I all I had it was that money, so I bought it that motorcycle. But 2 months 2 months after I bought my smaller motorcycle, I felt so sad, man, because that motorcycle wasn't right as the last one, and I'm so I should say that I was not content anymore with that motorcycle, and I sold it again. I sold my motorcycle again, the smaller one, and I pick up this money, this amount of money, and I went to the motorcycle stores, you know, and I told them, guys, I'd like to buy this motorcycle here, but I have just this money on my mind, on my hands right now, and I would like to see what can I do to afford this one here. And at that time, I gave them my money. I gave them my money, and the rest of the money, which I didn't have enough money to buy that motorcycle, so I gave them an amount of money, and the rest of the money I passed to the credit card. You know, so I made it so many installments, as Benito said. I made it. Let me remember here, 12 12 installments the rest of my motorcycle on my credit card. It was good because now I have my motorcycle on my garage here, but I know that it was not the best investment that I made. But at that time, because I needed a motorcycle, because my motorcycle today is my way of work, so I use my motorcycle to go to my company. It was my company is not so close, it's not closer to my house. Honestly, is quite far. It's 55 kilometers away from my house. So I go there every day. I get back every day. So it's 110 kilometers away from my house when I go and back to my home. So that's why motorcycle, a good motorcycle is a good idea because you go comfortable and safely when you have a motorcycle. So let me know about you guys. Have you ever bought something on your credit card that you think that it was not a good idea after a while?
I think that everyone just at least once in life. I just remember the last one. I bought a course. Uh, how can I say this, man? Do you know the course that we do for improve our, how can I say this? Oh my god, I forgot the word. But I would like to active the green belt certification.
Ah,
Do you
I
know?
know. I have a Lean Six Sigma, but yellow belt. Yeah, I already have.
Yes,
Okay,
I have the same Lean Six Sigma and yellow belt, and
nice.
I remember I bought the green belt, but I didn't have a good schedule. I was thinking, oh, okay, I can study 1 hour a day or just twice a week. I don't know. And I bought an expensive course, and unfortunately, I couldn't. I wasn't prepared to spend time studying. And unfortunately, I when I realized that, it's I don't know. It passed maybe 1 or almost 2 months, and I needed to pay all the course, and I couldn't been studying. I just spent this money in a worst way possible, in my opinion.
Oh man, that was a suck. And
Yeah.
I know exactly. I already did some things like that, but right now, as I told you, I'm currently studying electrical engineer, bachelor's degree. Honestly, I should say the worst person to mathematical stuffs, but I'm trying. I'm work hard to learn new ways of make some calculations or things like that. But I'm really concerned about it. I will try, man. I will do my best to master this course, but I'm currently very concerned about that because we have four ways. I don't know how can I come, but calculation number one, two, three, and four. So electrical engineer, as people said, is one of the hardest the hardest bachelor's degree related to engineering. So because we have a lot of calculation stuffs, a lot of physics calculations and things like that. But I already sometimes I regret it to took this bachelor's degree, but thinking ahead, thinking the future, I was wonder that maybe it would be awesome if I just pass through this, because how many persons just started, but they don't finish or they change their course in the middle of the university in the middle of your study. So I will do my best to finish my English, my bachelor degree and electrical engineer, but I know exactly because sometimes people just stay and just gave up on the middle of the way, even by don't have time, or even by don't think that it will be fit with their life anymore. This type of course and things like that. So it's happened, but I got your feelings, man. I got your feelings. And how about you, Fernando? Tell us a little bit about something that you did. You used your credit card, but you thought some minutes after, oh man, I shouldn't use this again.
As the same as you, Alex. In 2015, I bought a big motorcycle also, It was a big Harley Davidson, and
Nice.
I stayed with it for almost 2 or 3 years. I paid for it, for all of it, but I didn't pass it in the credit card, but I made the installments, right? The boleto.
Financial stone. Yeah.
Yeah, and I pay when I finished paying all of the motorcycle. I stayed a little bit with it, driving around the cities here with people, making friends. But I have to sell it because I started a new degree course here, so I didn't have much time to ride it. So it was the motorcycle was staying at the garage for days and days and days. The battery was going down and dying. So I saw that wasn't so interesting for me to keep it in the garage, just maintaining, because it's a expensive motorcycle to maintain. And I sold it, unfortunately. I miss her a lot.
I know, man. I know exactly. I did almost the same some months ago, and that's
Which
very important.
motorcycle did you have?
I had I don't know if you heard, but I have a Ninja. Have you ever heard a Ninja? I had that motorcycle. Some should say,
The four cylinders.
yeah, not I don't know if it was for cylinder, but it was 650
Maybe
cilindradas. Yes,
with the
and
large tire behind.
exactly. It was a black one. It was so beautiful, but unfortunately, I had some problems with maintenance as well, and that makes me think is started thinking selling this product, this motorcycle. But that was not the only reason that I decided to sell. I decided to sell because I was needed some money, and I think that it was a better time because people offer me exactly the same price that I paid when I bought that time. So that's why I sold. But after a while, right now, I don't have a good one, but I have just, I don't know if you know, but CB300. Have you ever
Yeah,
heard CB300? That is my motorcycle right now, the last CB300, but it's a good motorcycle as well. It's very stronger. It's a good one. But I'm feeling so. I miss my last motorcycle. That is maybe the future. As I finish my
yeah,
bachelor's degree, I will buy a new one, and things will be better. But we must face problem to give the right value the things that we have, isn't it?
yeah, of course.
So that's very good. And how about you? What strategy do you use, Benito, to invest your money wisely here? I already asked you. Let me change here. Let me see. Okay, so I already asked you this question, guys. So I'm so sorry, but I believe that is the end of our English speaking session today. I just brought the topic related to money, save money, investment, and deals that we have, and that is just for challenging your English speaking skills. Because I don't know how many times do you have the opportunity to speak about money, or to speak about deals, or to speak about your dreams, and this is exactly why we are here. We are here to make some mistakes. We are here to learn, improve with it. And after some sessions, maybe our English skills related to money, it will be awesome. It will be C2 level, or it will be almost fluent level, and things like that. I'm really happy with the outcomes about this English meeting today. I'm really happy with you both here, guys, with me. And today is like a holiday here in Brazil, not for everyone, but my company provides me this time today to stay at home because even that it was not holiday at the state of Paraná. Here in state of Paraná is not a holiday, but we have so many problems with other states because we import products about other states. So unfortunately, because the other states will not have at the time the product to process to do some things. So that's why I'm home, and I ask you to join here in the Tuesday morning this English meeting. But usually, Benilton, I don't know if you already know, but every Saturday morning we're gonna have the same at the same time here. We're gonna have an English speaking session, and even sometimes Sunday morning because we have Saturday and Sunday to practice our English speaking skills. And but that is not enough. If you'd like to practice speaking skills on the weekdays, just ask me, just send a message, whatever you have a free time, and let's do it. Let's practice our speaking because English takes time. And that is a tip for everyone who are watching here on the English YouTube channel. Fernando, I'd like to hear about you before we finish this recording session here. What did you think about our English speaking session today? And are you excited for the next English practice here with us?
Oh, of course, Alex. I think this English is season speaking English it's very important. So that's the best way for us to improve our English and discuss aleatory topics and meeting new friends. I think it's a good way to achieve what we want to, what level we want to get with our English. So I'm very happy to be here. Very glad to meet you guys, and I'm excited for the next one for sure.
Nice, nice. It was awesome to have you here, Fernando. And how about you, Benilton? Tell us a little bit about what did you thought about our English? What did you think about our this English speaking session? Because it's your first time here with us, but I believe it to be the first from a lot of others which will be happening in the future. So tell us a little bit about what
Yeah,
did you think?
I'm very glad to be here. And first of all, congrats for your job here because it's a you are doing a great work here, and I feel totally welcome and comfortable to talk with you guys. And I'm sure that I will enjoy in another session with you.
Nice, nice. It was a pleasure to know you guys, but I would like to ask you to stay here just for for a few seconds because I'm gonna finish this recording session for the YouTube, and after that we're gonna take a picture with you. So for everyone who are watching here from the YouTube channel, I'd like to say thank you so much to watch the video up to the end. And as you heard from our friends here, guys, to learn English, to improve your speaking skills, it will be necessary. It's like an obligation to speaking. So if you do not speak English, if you are to struggle with your English level, maybe you should bring your English level here for us, and let's do it. Let's improve together. Let's speak. Let's talk. Let's challenge ourselves in an environment that you cannot speak any other language, just English. It will be awesome, and I'm sure you're gonna learn so many new topics. So today that's it. I'd like to finish this recording here and see you in the next meeting.